now listening to the Palmetto Dugout Show, hosted by State Director Sammy Esposito, Associate Scouts Drew Stewart and Sean Smith, that discuss all things related to amateur baseball in South Carolina. Here are your hosts.
Welcome back to the Palmetto Dugout Show, episode 128. Austin is back from vacation. How are we doing, boys?
We're doing.
I've been wanting to take a good vacation on a Tuesday night in the middle of the school year.
You are the vacation director.
Well, I wish I was on vacation.
You're always on vacation. Sean, you doing okay? You hadn't said more than two words.
Are you doing okay? We're waiting. I mean, we'll talk about it at the end of the show. But are we both doing all right? How are you doing?
Okay.
How's your drive?
Sean, this has been going on for 5 years. I've been doing great.
Sean has been going on for about 15. So
it's longer than 15, Coach.
Well, I only got there in 2019, so it's only been that long.
Wow. Well, let's get to the big part of the show here. Just released yesterday, the 2028 rankings. Espo, I know you had a blast.
Coach, so much fun. Big jump in this one, right? We added a bunch of really talented players to this one. Made some adjustments, made some changes. Players shooting up. New number one rolling in here with Bo Height. I think last time he was number 2, right around there, 2 or 3, somewhere in there. So it's not like there was a big move in that one. But Bo, no stranger to the prep baseball South Carolina world, was a big standout for us a couple years ago with the junior future games. Then was a big standout for us in the super sophomore games. And then, it's one of these ones where a lot of these guys here in this top 10, we've had an opportunity to watch play quite a bit of baseball. And it's been fun to watch these guys kind of make some jumps. We've got a chance to watch Everest King here at the end of the summer. At the super sophomore game, throwing some pellets at 88 to 91. So you get a chance to see those guys and see them kind of take over and see how they're doing. But the 28 class, I think we went from 50, trying to remember off the top of my head, we went up to 75 players into this one. So a big jump following the summer, where we saw a lot of players come through a lot of our events, right? Starting off at the very end of the spring, the spring with some scout days and rolling into our Team Carolina trials. We saw a lot of these guys at the border battle at the very beginning of the summer and then rolled on through and finishing up at the top prospect games at the end. So it was fun to see a lot of these guys, see these moves, watch these guys maturing and seeing their games take shape. I do want to kind of touch on this because I get the emails every ranking update, wondering why players are falling in the ranking. And a lot of times players aren't, and I get it, trust me. My name's not falling in the ranking, so it's different. But a lot of times you might go, well, why did player A or player B fall in the ranking? Well, a lot of times they're not as much falling. It's other players rising. And if a player rises in the ranking, well, something has to fall along those routes, and a lot of times it might be a player makes a big jump. We talked about it last time in the 27 class where we had a player that was unranked and all of a sudden at the very beginning of the summer was a low 80s right-hander and all of a sudden it's a low 90s right-hander and he's flying up the rankings. Well, if all of a sudden he becomes at the number 12 spot, well, people below him have to start going down that go in there. And the same happens here in this 28 class. And we've seen we were able to see a lot of players, and we've updated and added 25 new players to this. And we don't all just put them at the very bottom of the roster when they come here, or the rankings when they go in there. We don't go, we were at 50 before we add 25 more players. We're just going to add them to the bottom of the 25. So we slide them in there accordingly. And a lot of these guys that get ranked a little bit higher, a lot of this is, especially at this younger age with these players, a lot of it is our confidence in our ability of what we've seen of them to this point. We touched on Bo Height a little bit there. We've seen Bo Height play a lot of baseball. It started off with the junior future games a couple of years ago. We've seen him play a lot of high school games. We saw him at the super sophomore games, right? We've seen him play a good amount of baseball. Caden Link, we saw him at an event last winter. He comes back. We see him in the super sophomore game. Griffin Gowns, we saw him a little bit in high school. We see him at the border battle. We saw him at preseason All-State, right? We've seen these guys play a lot. Banks Alexander, to see the photo of him in there. We saw him at the junior futures last year. We see him throughout the high school season. We see him at the super sophomore. We have a confidence level of our ability to evaluate these guys. And right, we kind of touched on this. Me and Sean were talking about this earlier today, right? And I'm not saying this is who we are, this is us, or comparing ourselves to this, but if this was for the major league draft, a major league scout is going to evaluate these prospects for over a year before they put their name on a player and draft them, right? So if we see a player come to an event, a one-off shot, we have a one-off shot to see somebody, and he goes in there and puts up pretty good numbers, and that's our only chance of seeing that player versus somebody else we've seen play a lot, we're going to tend to lean on that guy we've seen play a lot more if they're very similar players, just because of our confidence level that goes in there. That doesn't mean he maybe ultimately down the road is going to be the better player than the other one. We just have a more confidence level of approach in there. But the 28 class is becoming a more talented, deeper class, especially with these younger guys. They're just starting their sophomore year, they're rolling into it, and a lot of these guys are, starting to mature and starting to come in their bodies and growing in there. But it's going to, continue to be fun and see how these guys continue, progress along the way. And right, a lot of these guys, you don't know which way they're going, right? A McLean Knight, we've had an opportunity to see him for a couple of years, left-handed pitcher, outfielder. Which way is he going to go? When the screen is over here is moving all over the place. I don't know what Drew's doing over there, but
we're good.
When we got an opportunity to see him at the super sophomore, and Sean, he made 3 incredible defensive plays.
Mm-hmm.
Which way is he going to go? Only time's going to tell. Moving on there, but it's interesting to see how these youngsters are going to continue to progress and move up and down the rankings. And national rankings, we're not going to have as many as we did for the 27 class in national, but we're going to have another strong contingent of South Carolina players in that national rankings when it gets released here in the next day or so.
100%. And yeah, specifically with this top 10 here, probably the one that we hadn't seen the most, I guess of this group here would probably be Everest King, but we had heard a lot about him and, seeing, through summer ball and those connections and things like that. And then he came out, and he might have been, didn't he not throw the hardest out of anybody at this whole super sophomore event, I think?
He did.
So obviously he slots in really nicely up there at number 2. But yeah, like Sammy was saying, we've seen all these guys now a number of times and, just kind of continue to see the progression and, through different PBR events or through, other tournaments and high school games, things like that, we'll get a better feel for exactly how these guys are going to progress. And, we can kind of make some decisions on where they might end up down the line. Now, one thing with this 28 class is that now, obviously, we're kind of, looking a ways ahead now, but this is going to be the future games class for 2026. So, I mean, that won't be until the end of next summer. But obviously, if you're somebody who's listening to us now and you feel like, hey, you're either not in the rankings or you feel like you maybe we ranked you a little bit too low, come out and get and you still want to get a future games invite or something like that at the coming up next summer. Obviously, we'll have an opportunity to see you guys throughout the high school season, but come to an event like the Fall Top Prospect Games. Come to an event, just an open ID, something like that, where we can see our, as we get into the winter, preseason All States. If we have an opportunity to see, we'll have a better feel for who you are as a player. And then obviously, if you make some noise and make us want to see you come see you again, then we'll probably try and come see you in high school ball in the spring. So obviously, a long way to go with these guys, but yeah, this is kind of turned into kind of one of the maybe who's going to make some jumps here this sophomore year, obviously, and then as we get into the future games. So it's definitely exciting to see, and I feel like we got a pretty good crop as we do right now, and hopefully we'll be able to add some names throughout the fall and then into the spring.
Yeah, the one last thing I'll kind of add on this, the rankings for us it's always very difficult, right? Because we see so many players and where do they fit, and at the end of the day, they're opinions, right? Our opinions of what these players are, but and we are a very data driven, analytical driven company when it comes into it, but right? Data and stats aren't the only things we're going on. We try to take into account playing the game of baseball. So we try to watch these guys play as much as we can. We go out and we cover as many high school games as we can. We go out and we try to cover as many of our tournament games as we can throughout the year. We try to see people play the game of baseball because as we all know, there's guys out there that are great workout guys that put up tremendous numbers in BP or can throw the ball really hard, but maybe they can't ever perform in a game. Or vice versa, you know how it goes in there. You know, they might not be a showcase guy and they're not going to put up great numbers in a showcase, but they're the best baseball player on the field when a game happens. So our rankings, we try to take everything into account when it goes in there. So it's, you know, there's no exact science to this. It would be nice if we can plug in all the players' data and analytics and it just spits something out. But that's what also makes it great, the sport of baseball great. You know, numbers don't always measure everything with these guys and these baseball players. And how are guys running the bases? How are guys, you know, how do they pitch? How do they handle certain situations? Those are important pieces of the pie for these youngsters. And I know this group is younger and they're still learning their way and trying to figure out high school and navigate everything in the system. But at the end of the day, it's not, you know, we get that email, we get that question, we get that phone call all the time. Well, so-and-so's numbers are better than his. Well, that doesn't always mean everything when it's all said and done. You know, I might have an average exit velocity or have a max exit velocity of 95. Well, my average exit velocity might be 75. Austin's exit velocity might be peak exit velocity might be lower than mine, but his average exit. So he's squaring more baseballs up. So we got to look at different things that go into it. Or he just plays the game of baseball better than me. So there's a lot of situations we try to take into account with this other than just the sheer high-end number of everything when it goes into it. So it's very difficult. I know I get it. I'm a parent. We all think our kids are better than everybody else's kids. I understand that. But we're trying to put together the best list we think's out there of the players we've seen, and we will take into account if a college coach or a scout or one of our other prep baseball people tells us about somebody. But there's a lot of opinions out there where somebody says they're good. We're going to kind of hold those off to the side, and we're going to go with our eyeballs over everything else.
I'm a big fan of the first 7th and 10th players in the top 20, top 10 of the 28.
Oh, God almighty.
I was waiting on Sean to comment on that one.
You said which one? I mean, I know about one of them, but which ones?
First, 7th, and 10th, Coach.
7th and 10th. Gotcha.
Coach, I feel like you need to get a glass of water after that, man. That was a mouthful you just spit out.
We're powering up. We're powering up with the Tigers.
A nice Coke Zero.
Okay.
It's great to have everybody back. Let's get to it. We got a lot of upcoming events, and we'll start with this one. Fall freshman free, Rising Stars, Midlands ID, all in one, all inclusive.
All inclusive. Hey, we've had this
like
one
a Jamaican resort.
Rafiki's going to show up.
We've had a couple people. We've had a couple people asking this one on social media. They've been asking Gronk about these. Have y'all seen this one? Somebody asked Gronk about this. They go, seems like a great idea, all inclusive day with all 3 things at once. Gronk, what do you guys think of this? I found that kind of amusing. Gronk didn't answer, but it's a 1-day shot over here in the capital city of Lexington for Austin's sake. But at Lexington High School for Coach Huck's down there, right down the road. So we're kind of 3 events, right, in 1 day. We got a wonderful ballpark we're going to be at, but it's 3 events, but we split them up into 3 separate things. So it's not like we just have kids mixed and matched all over the place and they don't know what's going on. We know exactly what's going on. We got it going on. The freshman free is kind of an introduction way for freshmen that are in high school that haven't been to an event to kind of come at a lower cost price point for for an event. Now, I will tell you the free part of it has already been sold out, right? We introduced this 3 weeks ago, Sean, 2 weeks ago. And within the first hour of us putting it on social media, those spots sold out right away. Now, there's a second and a third tier to the events where people can go on there and see where they want to register, and there's different price points for that one. You depending on your price point is what you're going to get at that event. The Rising Stars, that is for your middle school age players, your 2030 and 31 grads. That is a true introduction / educational based showcase. But as we've talked about this a ton of times, our Rising Stars events has produced the bulk of our junior future games, which ultimately is the bulk of our higher end players that we have seen. Yeah, we talked about Bo Height. He was at one of our first Rising Stars events we've ever had here. So those are always fun events, and we try to use that as an educational kind of walk the players, help them going through that initial showcase feel, and try to talk to the parents, give them a question and answer time frame, and understand what's going on. And then the ID on top of that is for your regular high school players that have kind of gone through the showcase world and trying to update some numbers, update some videos at the end of the fall to try to get their stuff out there. Or if they haven't been to one before, they can come on out and try to understand what's going on, and maybe get some new numbers at the fall and kind of see where they're at and what they need to work on going into the winter time frame to get ready for the spring season.
100%. Is Little Sam eligible for a Rising Stars event yet?
He technically is.
There we go.
He has a tournament that weekend. Sorry.
We got a date for this event?
Yes, that is November 2nd. We do have a date, November 2nd. It is a Sunday at Lexington High School. You know, as we all know, especially with the two people on this show, along with the families, it is hard to do anything on a Saturday in the South, especially on a Saturday in South Carolina.
Coach, with the way things are going, you might can do
it's
something
going to get
every
easier by
Saturday.
the end of September.
Yeah, schedule in September. It'll be good.
when they're playing each other in November to see who's bowl eligible, it's going to go down here.
So we tend to look to the schedule on a Sunday based on college football schedules.
Yeah. Well, nobody's watching the Panthers anymore, so.
Yeah.
Anybody ever watch the Panthers?
I've watched them the last 2 weeks. I thought maybe this would be the year, but
On purpose? Jeez.
I'm thinking might just have to go back to WWE on Sundays.
Monday Night Raw. That's why you could, yeah, that's what it was. Speaking of events here, high school scout days are about to kick off here in Coach 3 weeks. About 3 weeks, right?
Yeah. Coach, heading up y'all's way.
Yeah, we'll be filling up the tank here shortly.
I'm about to fill up my car tank and head up y'all's way. I'm about to fill it up, boy. Pain train.
All aboard.
Yep. Yeah, October 1st, first day of the open period, coming up to Daniel High School for the Daniel High School only scout day for this one. So only Daniel High School players on this one. So we'll be up there. This one's going to be neat. Coach Payne reached out, wanted to kind of get this thing cranked up. So we're going to be up there on the 1st after school ends and come up there and be able to run a nice, awesome scout day for the boys at Daniel. And then, while we're on the topic of a scout day, me and Shauna will roll up the car the next day and head on down for a JUCO scout day with Florence Darlington Tech. So, but that's a side note off that high school scout day. And then a couple weeks after that, we're going to head on down to the beach for a scout day down there at St. James for the boys down at the beach area. So,
what a facility!
Oh, incredible facility down there. So, the one down at St. James, that one's going to be a little bit different down there, and then also at Ashley Ridge on the 23rd, Sean, if I remember correctly, on October 23rd. The one at St. James and the one at Ashley Ridge, those are going to be a little bit different than Daniel. Where Daniel is only for Daniel high school players. Those other two are going to be open to the surrounding area high schools. So anybody that is in high school, anyone that's eligible to go down there, it is open to the public, open to anybody down there to go to those. And it's, I think, down there on October 13th, down there in Orange County, they have no school. So we'll be down there bright and early, ready to roll. Hopefully we got a beautiful sunny day in the fall, and we'll have a great day down there at St. James and have a wonderful day with them. And then in a couple of weeks, we'll head back down to the Low Country Scout Day with Ashley Ridge and have a few more players down there from the Low Country. So kind of exciting times, kind of switching up a little bit with our Scout Days in the fall, kind of rolling into the high school thing. And, we talk about it all the time. We're kind of bringing the circus to the players this time. Instead of having the players come to us, we're loading up the car and driving around the state and coming to you guys.
Coach, I'm the most fired up for the one in Myrtle Beach. I feel like that's probably the one of the areas of the state that we maybe don't get enough coverage of. We're in Charleston as much as we can. Obviously, Sammy and I are over here in Columbia, and then two other guys up there in the upstate. So Myrtle Beach is a spot where we gotta see a bunch of more good new players out there. Between St. James and North Myrtle and Atlanta Collegiate out there, Carolina Forest, a lot of good schools out there that produce good ball players. So you can go sign up right now on the website, or there's a graphic that pulls up on those slides on our South Carolina homepage. You can click right on the graphic if you'd like to, or you can click the button that says register off to the right there. I'm looking at it right now, and we're really looking forward to heading on down to St. James and seeing those guys at the Grand Strand down there. All right.
You just send Coach send Sean an email. He'll get you signed up.
Yeah, send Sean an email. Send Sean an email or DM.
Just feel free you can email me and Drew your credit card information. We'll get
We'll get you signed up.
The other part that, I was talking to Coach Payne about this, right? The beauty of these high school scout days, and I think, and I get it, and everybody wants to, right? People come to our events, right? Heck, we just talked about it, the rankings and recruiting. And I get it, right? Those are the two big things that everybody goes into. But these high school scout days, it's in the open period. Players can get their data, can get their numbers, can get their video with their coaches there, and can work on development. Right. And the more I develop and become a better baseball player, a little bit easier the recruiting piece comes. It's never easy, but it can become a little bit easier. So use all these tools that you're going to get with coming to the scout day to get this data, to get this analytics, to get the video to help yourself develop and become a better baseball player while your coach is also right there watching you and going through the process with you.
It's just a good legal way to let your coaches get some eyeballs on you before the real tryout starts.
100%. Legal. Key word there, Coach.
Sure.
Could we have had a high school scout day with Woodmont back in the day?
Sir,
would we have had one?
Awesome. He would have said that Parker Davis was bad and that.
Mm-hmm.
We would not have been allowed to use our field, so we'd have had to go somewhere else.
Too bad.
Speaking of one last event here, it's a big one upcoming. The Fall Top Prospect Games / Pro Case. And Sean's been hold on a minute before we talk about this event. Shout out to Sean Smith for the fantastic graphics and scheduling of Instagram and Twitter of the invite accepted Pro Case.
Hey, no problem. Yeah, sorry, Pfeiffer. I put your feet in there. I realized I'm not allowed to do that.
Sean did get a little slap on the wrist for the floating feet pick of Pfeiffer Glenn, but we had to get that taken
from his other state.
We had to get that taken care of. We had to get a little walkthrough from one step, so we got that taken care of. So big Seaners on the Canva train now.
Oh yeah, love
taking care of that.
Everything.
So yeah, this was right. Last year we were in Clemson for it. This year we're at USC Upstate on the 19th. Austin, so good thing you tell me to point out the date.
I already got that one in the calendar.
October 19th.
We'll be done before dark this time.
We will be, because we will start earlier. And here's the beauty, right? Heading to the Big South champs up there at USC Upstate. So wonderful facility. Go up there and right people. And this is, I get it. This one's a little confusing, right? We sent another email out to the scouts for the pro case stuff and kind of talking to those guys, talking to a couple scouts on that end, right? This is kind of a combined event, right? Because people are requesting, we're getting some youngsters requesting invites to the pro case for the top prospect, right? It's combined events. The pro case is in reality an event for our older-ish players in the state, or some of the maybe certain 27s that the pro guys, the major league scouts, are wanting to see. So that's kind of in that one. So if you're kind of in that other one, we've had some 2028s, some other 27s and stuff requesting those invites. That the top prospects, the workout's all going to be going on at the same time, and then the gameplay will be staggered and be gone based on the rosters, and we'll kind of dictate those rosters on what the major league scouts will request at that time. Now, how many scouts are going to be there? We don't know. It's almost like college coaches at our events. But we also know, with talking to a lot of those scouts, they have access to all the TrackMan data and everything while it's going on. The fall, just like every other time, is a busy time for those guys. There's college scout days going on. There's college scrimmages going on. There's workouts going on. But they can have their phone pulled up with the TrackMan going on while our stuff's going on. They can see everything that they need to know, and they can pull it up. So it's just like almost a college coach recruiting and sifting through our social media. Major league scouts are kind of doing the same thing. So, but this was a really neat event that we kind of started-ish last year. Now the hurricane kind of threw a wrench in some stuff with our rostering last year with some other events getting moved. But it was heck, it was a very talented roster last year up there at Clemson, and this is on paper right now is shaping up to be equally as talented a roster that we're having right now up there at USC Upstate. So it's kind of right after the bigger fall events end, and it's kind of that period where if you're thinking about shutting down, it's almost a week after that. You can go one more good week and then have yourself plenty of shutdown time before you're going to ramp back up for that winter springtime comes up. But it's on paper, roster wise, rosters are actually posted online now, so you can kind of see who's registered, see what's going on out there, along with Sean firing out those awesome invite accepted graphics. And we're going to start make him do some more work here. We're going to start getting the top prospect games rostering stuff going out here soon. So, but this is technically year 2 of doing this event, and I thought last year was awesome, and this year should be equally as awesome.
Yeah, by my count, we're at 33 between the two events so far. So, Sammy, what'd you say? Like shooting for like 60 or 70, I guess, somewhere around there?
Yeah. Last year we were at 40. We couldn't. We had to stay up there, so we're already there. We're the goal is to be around 60-ish. Give or take on that one. So
yeah, at 33, obviously we've already got more than half the spots filled up. So yeah, if you haven't signed up and you're looking to, and you feel if you haven't gotten an invite or anything, you can either request it on the website as well, or just shoot me or Sammy an email or something like that, and we'll get you signed up. So yeah, those spots are still going fast. We still got about a month left before that event takes place, but spots are going quick. So if you want an invite, let us know, or go on the website and request it, and we'll get all the information for you. So,
and I think some invites just went out tonight, right? Some more are going out.
They should have. Why don't we check that actually? Let's do that live.
Well, while we're talking about it, Mr. Emails and spreadsheets.
Easy. Let's make sure it works.
What did he mess up now?
8 o'clock. Make sure.
I mean, he tried to walk me through his job like once, and
Did I?
Yeah, my ADHD kicked in after 10 seconds. Yeah. I said, nope, I'm out.
A lot of shit.
I texted Drew the other day and told him I need one of his pills for my job.
Coach.
Yeah, it looks like they went out. Phew. All right, that's good.
It looks like it.
Hey, if Sean had one of those pills, 7 million emails would be out, and every pro case invite accepted would be scheduled out for the next month.
We're about to get Austin on that invite accepted graphic. Hitting the fungo.
How about this? Let's
send me a formal email invite.
Coach, we hadn't missed any events, right?
Nope.
All right, let's get to the good stuff.
Me and the Prep Baseball Midlands crew is going to be at a game tomorrow night. We're going to be taking in a little JUCO baseball tomorrow night. Watch a little Flodar play some baseball tomorrow, boys.
At Founders Park.
Founders Park, yep.
Get to see some good baseball. First time.
Watching Flodar play Gaston tomorrow night.
First time you ever seen good baseball at Founders Park. Anyway.
Coach,
hey, Batesburg, Leesville was make the difference there.
Hey, staying on the baseball scene here. Congratulations to Carson Bowman and USA gold champions. How about that? Carson Bowman continues to shove. He only pitched once, right? But who cares?
He pitched twice.
Twice. Sorry.
Yeah, he went 11 innings, no runs, like 11 strikeouts, 2 walks, like big shock, ho hum. It's. I might be off a little bit on his line, but big congratulations, Carson Bowman and USA on winning the gold, and a big bounce back. They lost to Japan, and actually Bowman's second start, which he got a no decision on. He gave up no runs in that, and they lost in extra innings, and they came back and beat the host in the gold medal game. So,
hey,
that's
always good to beat the host.
Well, it's hard to. Team USA rolling.
Hey, watch out. And staying on that same scene, right? Noah Nichols for Team USA. They're 2-0. Coach, I had his stats and I lost it.
Did I see he started the other night? Did I was off on that?
How you say it, Nicaragua? Nicaragua.
Oh,
no, he did. Yeah, he did. Here's our stat line. Three innings pitched, 2 hits, 1 run, 3 Ks. So hey, whatever it is. But word on the street is that Team USA is preparing for the gold championship, and Noah Nichols is getting the start.
Wowzers!
Maybe. We'll see.
Maybe.
Yeah, power up, baby. But Team USA looks to go gold in 15U as well. Woo!
Team USA flexing its muscle.
Sean will see a Team USA member very soon in 2 weeks.
Palmetto dominance all over the world, Coach.
2 weekends, Coach. Or no, 1 weekend. It's 1.5 weeks. Sorry. Let me rephrase that situation. Anything else to add on the baseball side, guys?
Baseball? What's that?
I don't know what it is either.
Well, I guess we could also congratulate Carson Bowman for going to the All-American game this weekend. Yeah, even though he will not, he's not throwing, but he'll still be down there. He's shutting himself down, which rightfully so, but still got the invite. Still will be down there, so we can still congratulate Carson Bowman on heading down to the Prep Baseball All-American game for a second year in a row. But he'll just be hanging out, getting some cool gear, and taking in the festivities.
The gear
down in Miami.
Coach, you going?
No, I'll be here in Columbia. Got my daughter's first volleyball game on Saturday, Coach.
You're gonna be the guy holding the flag.
Damn right.
That's
no, he's doing the replay.
Like that guy. You're like you would get into it too.
Yeah, I can see that.
I'll yell at a few refs every now and again. You got to let them know what's the deal.
Let them know
just refs and student managers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to let them know. It's somebody's got to let them know.
That's what they're getting paid for.
Yeah, my kids heckled our a certain replay official at the volleyball match last week here in Columbia.
That guy sucks.
Technician, replay technician.
Yeah.
So. I got a scene over there.
Are you the guy on the NFL? Are you the guy on the NFL Sundays that measures the damn ball on the TV?
But that is Hawkeye now. Hawkeye does.
No, it is. I was just checking it. I figured you sitting at the house like measuring it.
No, I wish that would be cool.
Why you pet your cat?
She's over here. You want to see her?
No.
No. Just move on. It's over.
No. No.
So are you like? Could you be the guy that I thought the thing during the ACC game the other day where they were talking to the guy out loud about what was happening in the replay?
Was that
I thought
a football game?
Is
Or?
that you? Do your people do that?
I guess technically, I don't know how the ACC does it. I get paid by the SEC, so we only do
When the guy goes over for the replay for like the 19th time of the game and he sticks his head in that little tent that they give him for whatever reason, they were live broadcasting what the people in the replay booth were seeing.
So I saw that on whatever. Yeah, maybe I was watching the same game, but yeah, it's a similar layout, but it's not us yet. So we'll see if Hawkeye gets a deal or not. So
I think that'd be a good job for you.
I don't. But see, I want to hang out at the games. I don't want to work during the games.
If I ever turn a college football game on and I hear Sean's voice, I'm immediately turning it off.
Well, I think the player's elbow went down.
I got him short here.
The orange guy.
The orange guy.
He's short.
Jesus Christ.
Let's get, as we're on the football subject, give me your record. Sean, as we talk shit to him, stands in first place. Austin and Sammy are tied for second, and I'm not doing anything. Let's take those records back off.
We got to go back and do a record check, too. I don't know if you ever fixed Sean's record that time.
I did.
No, I did. He did. I checked.
I've never felt the need to go behind him and check, but I wonder from now on if we need to make sure somebody's not getting Houdini'd here.
Well, the only thing I was going to call Drew out on at the beginning of the year was that we were only having to pick Clemson's straight up games, and I was having to pick Carolina against the spread. So I didn't know
Sean,
what that one was.
Because Clemson's spread was below 7, you jack-o'-lantern. There's no point in picking a game below 7.
I don't know. I don't agree with that.
But this week you get to, Sean, so you get to pick Carolina straight up. So shut the hell up. Let's move on. Texas Tech travels to Utah. First place is Sean. Sean will go first. Sammy, Austin, who wants to go second here?
Austin got this one.
Austin goes second. Sammy third. I'll go last. Sean, you're up. Here we do it.
Utes. I don't know why.
I thought that's Miami.
It is. But it's okay.
You guys, they're this. Miami's this.
No.
They're used not quite as big. Give me Texas Tech. I think that's my pick. I got to go back and look.
Yes, but with Texas Tech. Shoot them. Give me Texas Tech. Auburn travels to Oklahoma. Sean?
Homecoming game for Jackson Arnold. Is Jackson Arnold playing for Auburn? I couldn't tell you. I've watched one game of them. But so I don't think he gets it done. Give me fighting Brent Venables and the Sooners. Come on.
Yeah, I read something on Twitter the other day that Dabo is nothing more than Tommy Bowden if he didn't have Brent Venables. I was like, man, that hurt. But
and Twitter's always right.
Twitter hasn't been wrong since I've been on. So, I'm gonna go Oklahoma because they're at home. I do think it would be a little bit of a good entertainment to see Jackson Arnold go out there and throw about 4 touchdowns and beat them after they ran him out of town. But I think that guy playing quarterback Oklahoma's pretty good. So give me Sooners.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think I picked Boomer also on that one. I don't know if Arnold's any good or not, but it seems like this quarterback from OU's pretty damn good so far.
Clemson sucks. So give me Brent Venables. He's going to save the fate. Oklahoma rolls here. Good quarterback. Michigan travels to Nebraska with the fake Patrick Mahomes.
Michigan also does not have their coach, right?
But they got Biff.
They got a cutoff. And Michigan won't let them wear it though.
Yeah, so does that mean they come out more fired up? I don't know. But give me the Huskers and Mahomes Jr.
I feel like Biff without his sleeves. Biff with sleeves is like Mike without his secret juice. So I'm going Nebraska. I think Matt Rule's got it going on over there.
I didn't really know who to pick because I hadn't really paid any attention to either one of these teams, so I just picked Michigan for the hell of it. I don't even know why.
Michigan, man.
So Michigan. I don't know.
I've seen Nebraska play 2 games on TV. Their offense sucks. And you can't go against Biff here. Michigan scored more points. Granted, it was Central Michigan, with Biff as head coach. So give me the Wolverines to win here on the road in the greatest conference in the world. Yeah, see, look at there. The Gamecocks travel to Missouri. Let's hope the lights are not on for Lenore Sellers.
What do you mean? What does that mean?
Got a concussion. He can't see bright lights.
Well, I was wondering
Yeah,
where that was at.
See, I didn't mean the negative way.
With that in mind, and I would err on being careful with Mr. Sellers, and if he's still not feeling it, and Beamer was very non-committal anyway today in his presser, I'm going to take Missouri to win the game at home against Luke Doty. Yeah, tough one.
Oh,
Who would you pick
If Sellers is playing, I'm taking us. But I'd be happy to eat my words if he ends up playing. But no, if it's
have you seen the line on this game, by the way?
Was it 7?
Coach, last time I'm gonna look at it now, but last time I checked, it's 11. It was 14 and a half.
Jeez.
Look who they got at quarterback.
Yeah, I think Missouri's got a running back, if I'm not mistaken, had like 240 the other day through 3 quarters. So I can't believe after last week South Carolina was sitting at number 11 and they were gonna, make the playoffs and win the Heisman and first pick and all that. And now we got Missouri that's 2 touchdown favorite. But
yeah,
if Doty's playing, I'm going Missouri. If Sellers is playing, I'm going Missouri. So, give me the Tigers.
Yeah, I'm going Mizzou regardless. They can score, and Eli Derkowitz, he got something figured out. They almost got, what's that old put some respect to my name thing up there? Nobody likes Missouri. Nobody ever wants to pick him to do anything, and he's just won and has won a lot. It don't matter where he's been at, and he's gonna keep winning.
It's all off-brand Kirby Smart.
Off-brand.
He's a little bit too. He's a little bit too
smart version.
He's a little too energetic or too nice or something for Kirby. He's like Kirby's younger brother or something that's trying to. Yeah, I don't know.
Red, or like stepbrother.
It's really just the visor too.
It's the visor and the hair.
It's the visor. It's the mushroom haircut and the visor.
He's the frat boy coaching football is what he is.
Walking around with a case of beer cut in half and just walking around on his shoulder. About to go fire up the 36-inch griddle. Hang out with the boys.
Is that thing coming, by the way, to upstate, Drew?
Mm-hmm.
Damn right.
Let's go.
Hey, are we all taking Missouri here?
Sweep.
Depends on you.
You haven't
Sean, don't they call this the Governor's Cup?
I guess.
Oh shit, Sean!
Really?
You don't even know.
It's Columbia. It's the Battle of Columbia.
I thought it was the Governor's Cup.
I don't know. Whatever it is.
I mean, we didn't start playing until Missouri got to the SEC. So
yeah, I don't know that this should have a name.
It has a name.
I mean, it has something.
Yeah.
I mean,
and if there is a name, South Carolina is not leading the series. So
yeah. Worst case scenario, we'll just call it a good Saturday night.
I'm sorry, it's called the Mayor's Cup. I apologize.
Mayor's.
This is they finally travel to the capital city here, the real Columbia. Give me Missouri Tigers to win this game.
Hold up, do they also have a Lexington right outside of Columbia up there in Missouri?
They've got a Brooklyn Casey that's 10 miles from.
Coach, I've never been to Missouri. To be quite frank, I don't know if I could point it out on a map.
I've been there. I lived in a bordering state to it. You know
My
what I mean?
2 cents is I'm not sure that I would consider it southeast, but whatever.
It's Midwest.
That's what I thought.
It's cold.
We'll move to the last straight up game here. Illinois travels to Indiana. Both have been playing Furman University the last 5 games. But here we go.
I have to say, obviously, with the bowl game last year, I know South Carolina fans aren't the biggest fans of Brett Bielema of late, but I think he's got a good football team. So give me Illinois. on the road.
Yeah, I don't know that we're making too many friends with Carolina fans, but yeah, I'm going Bielema.
I haven't watched any of Indiana play, and I watched Illinois trounce Duke. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but Illinois looked good that game, so I'm gonna go with them for that reason.
No one's going with Sig.
Google him.
Smoke is Google.
Google it.
Google me.
I mean, Sig. He could be smoking a Bielema pack.
Jeez.
However, I'm a big fan of Bielema. The way he whipped up on them cacks. Give me Illinois to roll here. Give me the orange. Okay, fun time now. Here we go. Syracuse travels to Clemson. Clemson 17.5-point favorites. Vegas knows.
Q's cover. Kidding me? Easiest one of the slate.
Wow.
Hope you stub your toe.
I don't know. I'm not going to go there yet. I mean, I don't want the whole state to hate me, but I think 17.5. That's for a team that has looked as bad as Clemson has looked offensively. That's a big number to cover. But I do think the Tigers get back on the right ship here. Dabo already came out today talking about he'll move to the beach. He'll move to the beach or something if he has to. I'm not sure exactly what he said, but I don't think Syracuse is near the beach. So
he's 55 now. He's 55 years old.
I'm 55. Oh, I'm a man. I'm 55.
He's 55. He's going somewhere.
I think they beat them. I just think it's going to require probably a shutout if they're going to cover, and I don't know that they're going to be able to do that.
Yeah, I think Clemson wins, but I don't think they'll win by 17.5. So I picked the Cuse to cover this one. So I were to win this one for the Clemson might win by 17, but they ain't winning by 17.5 or more. So, I mean, the Cuse beat Colgate 66. I mean, the coach at Syracuse had the guys doing wind sprints.
That's like, Coach, he beat the brakes off my toothpaste.
I mean, he had them doing that's that dog in them doing them wind sprints after a win against UConn.
Coach, that was UConn too, and they lost to Delaware last week. So.
Really?
In case y'all didn't know, Delaware's playing FBS football now. So,
hey, Coach, they lost by timeout. Timeout. Here you go. They lost by 19 to Tennessee.
Yeah.
And Tennessee, I would like to think, has a better offense than Clemson to this point.
If they get preseason Cade Klubnik back, they get a shot.
Preseason Cade
Klubnik. What, scrimmage Klubnik? Where you don't get hit?
Before he steps on the field.
Oh, boy, this one's fun. Big fan of Fran Brown.
He got that dog in him.
He got that dog in him. That's all that matters. He helped Clemson last year. However, in my text, I said, who cares?
You did.
I thought about it long and hard, and, Clemson's not very good. But the last time Dabo made remarks about firing him, Tigers went 5-0 in the next 5 games. Tigers win by 21, beat Syracuse. Antonio Williams is back. There you go.
Good analysis.
Is Drew picking with his heart or brain?
I've studied the statistics of when Antonio Williams is in the game and when Dabo says he's going to talk shit about getting fired. That's just how it plays out, boys. Put 2 and 2 together.
Should we buy all the stock we can right now? Is that what you're saying?
No, I would put like pennies on the dollar on it, but you can go ahead. You might lose.
All we need now is a radio show call from Tyler, right?
Hey, a day ago, I would have took my rent check and put it on the spread for Syracuse cover. Not today.
So Dabo ranting for a couple hours turns it over that quick.
You're damn right it does.
Good for you, Coach.
Dabo's got the power over the people up there at Clemson, boy. Some of them hills.
I mean, I've paid like 0.09 of his salary. So I mean, it's
0.09. That's a little high.
I was
You know how much he makes.
We just won't go that far. Here we go. Tulane travels to Ole Miss. Ole Miss 13.5-point favorites.
Did you see that score from Ole Miss and Arkansas? It was like 51-45 or something like that. I don't know.
Sean went with Vegas and won.
Got that one right. I'll say the Rebs get back on track and win by 2 touchdowns.
Man, get back on track. They won.
Drew, I hope you didn't put too much money on that under on that Georgia Tennessee game, because I think that got doubled up.
Who, me?
Yeah,
you were on
last week.
No. I took the dogs to win straight up. I didn't take the spread because I knew the dogs had that dog in them.
I thought somebody on the podcast last week said that they were definitely going to take the under.
He said something about it.
Maybe that was a different game.
I might have said something about it, but I didn't take it because I wised up.
I'm gonna take the Lane train. I think this actually might be a good game for a little bit because I think Tulane's pretty good, but I don't know. I'm a Lane Kiffin guy. As long as they're not playing the dogs, I'm a Lane Kiffin guy. Give me the Rebs. Especially this quarterback they pulled out. I'm not sure where he came from that played last week. Pretty good.
Well, he's not
I'm
starting.
with you. I'm on the Lane train. Don't matter who they're playing.
The spread has went down to 11.5. However, Ole Miss gets their starting quarterback back, who looked okay in his
He had a problem throwing it to the wrong team when I watched him play Kentucky.
Yeah.
It's similar colors, Coach. It's confusing.
That blue, especially when Ole Miss goes light blue, the Kentucky blue, the Ole Miss blue, I can see it.
First game. I mean, it's confusing.
I think the Rebs play a little bit of defense in this game and cover. I think so.
I think the Rebs are going to backdoor a shot in the playoff this year, too.
No, they're not good enough. Billy Napier travels to Miami. Miami 8.5-point favorites here.
That's a tough one, actually. I mean, Florida looked not great. I mean, they hung kind of with LSU, except for their quarterback throwing 5 picks. But
Lagway also got confused with the colors.
Yeah, it's tough.
Night game, man. It's dark. They were
Night
playing
game.
neck. It's tough.
But I picked against Miami last week, so I'll roll with the Canes this week.
Yeah, that was a bad decision by you guys.
Yeah, I don't know. I tried to hop on the South Florida train while it was hot, and that train is back at the station. So I'm gonna go with Miami. I think Carson Beck, as much as it's gonna be painful to say, I think he's gonna keep boosting his Heisman campaign here, and I think we're also gonna be adding more donations to the Napier buyout fund. So I'm gonna take Miami. Over under Florida winning 2.5 games this year. Where we at?
Over.
Over.
Do they play South Carolina?
Oh God, you knew that was coming.
No, they don't.
Worst team left on their schedule is Mississippi State.
They'll beat them.
Sure about that?
Miami's got something brewing down there. Florida's got to go there. They just lost a tight, tough one in Baton Rouge, which most people are going to lose a night game in Baton Rouge. Florida can score. These teams that can't score, and you go play these other ones that can score a lot of points. I don't know, man. It's hard.
Is that how it works?
I mean, it's like your Gamecocks, man. They have a hard time scoring.
Job.
Damn right, boy. Florida hadn't scored as many points as Miami scored in one game all year. I mean, shit. You want them to score? Break this? The U, baby. Easy.
Damn.
Carson Beck going to be able to buy like 8 Lamborghinis now. Have them all stolen.
and some girlfriends.
And
maybe that's what it was, though. He got down there, she ditched him, cleared his head, and now he's just throwing touchdowns.
What he needed.
How much insurance money do you think you got for them Lambos?
$500,000.
Is that what it was?
I don't know. I'm just kidding. Sid the Sloth. Sid the Sloth covers the spread. I don't think it's close because
y'all taking in Tiger Town right now.
Miami's playing the wrong Florida team this week to lose. They got those in 2 weeks in which they'll lose that game. However, because Mario Cristobal always blows something. But give me Miami to cover here. How about this one? 11 p.m. at night, Eastern time. Michigan State travels to Southern Cal. Southern Cal 14.5-point favorites.
Thank you for not disrespecting the real USC. You said Southern Cal.
Oh, this is the real USC with the real football coach. Go ahead.
You could just let it go, man. Sean, you the one who brought it up.
Sean, yeah, I know. Sean, if you wouldn't have said anything.
Well, he said it. I was just letting it say thanks. But, yeah, we'll go with the fake USC here to cover minus 14.5.
Yeah, I'll have to find out what happened the next morning. I will not be watching that one, but I do.
I won't watch kickoff.
No, I won't. I probably won't even get to see the big noon kickoff beforehand, the show that they do. But yeah, I don't think Michigan State hasn't been good at football in quite some time, have they?
I think they need to bring Tom Izzo out there.
I might have to. Man. Yeah, give me Southern Cal. I think Riley got a little something going down there. People quit expecting anything out of him. Maybe they're gonna be good now.
Southern Cal by like 21.
Yeah, it's not close. Southern Cal's got a good offense.
I think the Bears said on game day that USC scored more points than anybody in the country so far. So
really,
yeah, I think they're in the lead.
Michigan State's never played at 11 p.m. Eastern time.
when was the last time the Big Ten had a team leading the country in points?
Probably the last time they had a team that bordered the Pacific Ocean.
Y'all see that thing they were talking?
Probably last time we started the game at 11 o'clock.
Yeah. See that thing they were talking about? Southern Cal they had to make all kinds of adjustment to their travel schedule and sleep schedule for all these flights.
Yeah,
I can imagine. Well, they were talking about last week that Oregon was playing whoever they played last week. It was actually they kicked off at 9 o'clock their time.
Yeah.
Good luck. At least you get home at a reasonable hour. The game get home in time to have practice at lunchtime.
Our last game takes us to the Mormons traveling to Greenville, North Carolina. East Carolina, BYU, 9.5-point underdogs is East Carolina.
I actually looked this one up a little bit because I didn't have any clue about either of these teams. Sounds like BYU is kind of bringing a different, intensity to their game. So they're not so much airing it out like they always have been. So I'm expecting this to be a more physical game and maybe not as many points put up on the board. So give me the Pirates to cover that 9.5-point spread.
Well, I think BYU aren't they the one they kicked the quarterback out because found out he had a girlfriend or something like that? Am I right?
For him.
Maybe not.
Did they really?
They booted their quarterback for something to do with a girlfriend. I'm not exactly sure all the details. I'm gonna go East Carolina. That's a long trip to make. You got to cover 10 points pretty much. And I think the Pirates look pretty good week one against the Wolfies, did they not?
I mean, it is the Wolfpack though, so
never know.
What?
Give me the Pirates.
BYU might have the best mascot dancing guy out there. So just due to that alone, I'm going with BYU. And the Mormons might not know what to do when they roll into damn Greenville, North Carolina, though. It's a little different up there. But, I mean, it's a little different.
BYU's starting quarterback's name is Bear.
Bear?
Is it really?
The Bear?
Bear Bachmeyer. He wears jersey number 47.
Wow.
Just
for that.
I want to change my pick now.
Yeah, give me BYU by 14 on that one.
Jeez. I mean, you ain't lying. God,
true freshman.
Cougs.
Really?
Cougs, baby.
Good for him. Well, somebody transferred from Stanford, but he's a true freshman. That's
East Carolina beat Campbell and then Coastal.
Hey, them Coastal people were celebrating them concessions more than they were watching football.
Yeah. You see that one? Sweet.
I see that video.
Uh-huh.
You got them. They
I
still
mean,
got people in the stands.
In 2 weeks, that's what Clemson's going to go do because ain't nobody watching the damn football game.
Oh God, you guys.
Coach, you be cooking for them on the griddle.
You will.
I mean, I might as well take it to Columbia too because that's what the hell they're going to be doing too. Lenore's is going to be out with a concussion for the rest of the year, and they're going. Yeah, it's just. Well, Sean, it's okay. Bet the cat and pray.
Yeah, you got a chair open at spot 1098 in Columbia that day, so you got it.
I got a chair open.
Mm-hmm.
What is 1098? Is that an address?
It's my spot, Coach.
That's right before the thing is fill out and do some work for people.
Coach, if the Tigers are under 500, I'm not coming.
You're so soft. Just go.
You're damn right I'm soft. I'll bring my pet cats with me when I come.
Your tiger cat. Come on.
What the hell are you talking?
I can't wait to hear about this after this show.
No, I'm taking Austin with me to the tailgate. We're bringing the Blackstone with us.
If
you definitely come.
Austin,
you think for a second I'm going to watch two teams under 500 play a football game, you're wrong.
Austin, I didn't say I was going in the game.
Austin, do you know what you missed last week when you weren't here?
I
the story about the business, the Beaver Busters.
Beaver Busters.
Beaver Busters.
Here we go.
Oh no, I'm gonna tell Austin now. It's just gonna be another YouTube.
Wait till we're
no, shut up, Austin.
The people don't want to hear
It's clean. It's clean.
It is clean. We were picking Oregon State, and they were the Beavers. And I said, so back in when I was in the beautiful city of Richburg Rockets, had a buddy in a business, and they would blow up these beaver dams.
Yeah.
And they called their business the Beaver Busters. And they had a koozie. I got a koozie that says Beaver Busters. Call 1-800-BEAVER BUSTERS.
Oh God Almighty, Sean!
Stop,
Sean! Stop, Sean!
That ain't a Beaver Buster.
Jesus Christ! Shut this thing down. We're done.
This is over with.
Sean purred a little bit as he.
Just can't cancel the rest of the show. We're done.
We're canceled now.
This is cancel culture.
Do we have anything else to add, guys?
No, we got nothing. This is off the rails.
It always gets off the rails.
Yeah,
it's falling apart.
We have one after dark. Here we go.
We need to do the show like 3:00 so we can keep it together a little bit longer.
That's what we did. But anyway, we'll wrap this thing up. From all of us here at Prep Baseball South Carolina, we hope you have a great week.